Hey everyone, and welcome back to a video that I guess I always knew I would have to make, but I didn't know that I didn't know today would be the day. All right, so the I guess the Mario movie direct happened like yesterday or earlier on today, and the trailer, the teaser trailer for the Super Mario Bros. Movie has dropped. I've already seen it, so it's not going to be an epic live reaction, but I'm going to rewatch it again. I'm going to give my thoughts on it. Right, let's do this. Okay, so yeah, I'm not very happy about this, and I don't think that it's going to be good. I'm not confident in the Super Mario Bros. Movie based on the trailer. First of all, I just want to get all the little nitpicks out of the way. The logo, makes me feel sick, because it's like the Super Mario Brothers, it does the epic funny light glow on the R, and it has, the reflective effect. You took the Super Mario logo. It's, beautiful. It's, block text. It makes sense. But I never wanted to see it's got the metal font of the fucking original film, and it just looks gross. I don't want to see the Mario logo look like a fucking Avengers film, it's got the epic funny action music. So I am just gonna say I don't give a fuck about the voice acting. You heard it there, and you could hear it again. Mushroom Kingdom, here we come. What does he sound like?
Mushroom Kingdom, here we come.
See, that sounds awful. Right, so Chris Pratt's voice is shit. And I've heard loads of people in the fucking YouTube comments. People are like, Jack Black did such a fucking good job as Bowser. It's he should be congratulated. He put on a little bit of a voice to do Bowser. Some people have been saying that he's the best Bowser actor, voice actor. And it's the fuck are you talking about? Okay, this is a comment. Let's all appreciate Jack Black's legacy iconic role for Bowser. So amazing, right? No, it's not fucking amazing. He does a minor twist on his voice, and that's what Chris Pratt does. So people, I don't think simultaneously should be Chris Pratt just sounds like Chris Pratt, but then they could also be Jack Black did such a fucking good job as Bowser. He's fucking epic. I get people like Jack Black. And I like Jack Black, but it's not I'm not gonna excuse him, just because he's fucking in it. So yeah, that's a bit hypocritical. I think a lot of people are fucking blinded by the graphics. Apart from all Mario looks like shit. Mario's fucking awful. I think Luigi's a little bit better. Bowser, there's one facial expression that he makes, and that's Jack Black animated as Bowser. So, but it's what the fuck was the point? This really does feel I really want to know, because I feel like Nintendo had a lot of involvement with this. But I haven't seen the direct, by the way, so I assume Shigeru Miyamoto talks about it. But it doesn't seem it just seems make my fucking Mario movie Illumination. Whatever. Don't give a fuck. Loads of people were like, I can't wait for Charlie Day, I think, as Luigi, and I don't even fucking know who that is. Who the fuck is Charlie Day? What's he been in? What has he done? I don't know who that guy is, so I can't comment on that. The cast is a big point for a lot of people. I don't really think an all-star cast works, because Mario works because it's simple. It's one man who does almost all the voices. He goes spaghetti, ravioli, spaghetti. Mario's a very stripped back kind of thing. But I can't wait to see. Notice how we didn't get shown Seth Rogen as fucking Donkey Kong. Yeah. You can tell how long did they start making this? 7 years ago. I've heard this thrown around. So maybe Seth Rogen was popular when they cast it, but I don't know how fucking popular he's gonna be. Oh, I don't want to see Seth Rogen. That's just gonna depress me. Yeah, the facial expressions kind of look awful, especially on Mario, and I guess Toad as well. But I think you shouldn't be blinded by the amazing animation because they've worked on it for. Well, I don't say the animation was amazing. It's pretty good, you know. I can't knock it. And, you know, I'm not gonna say it's fucking terrible and it looks like shit, because it doesn't. But yeah, I'm not confident about this film. People are really focusing too much on the voice acting. Voice acting is not something that impresses me, and the animation. It could be the best looking film in the world, and it still doesn't matter. One thing that I don't know, this is a teaser, and I originally was like, oh, why didn't they show us a story? But it's because it's a teaser, and I didn't realize it was a teaser. I thought it was a trailer. But the problem is that my biggest problem with the idea of a Mario movie is how a Super Mario Bros. Film is what is the plot going to be about? Is it just, oh, Mario's going to save the princess? So you can see in the start that Bowser is after the Power Star. So I think they're doing something like the Donkey Kong cartoon, where the crystal coconut was like the most all-powerful item ever, except that actually came out before Donkey Kong 64. And I know the stars are, like, powerful, but usually you'd think the almighty thing would be, like, the Grand Star. That's the most powerful Mario item I can think of. That's the top power level. Going back to that, this is a bit disorganized. Can you tell I didn't script this video? One thing that you can definitely see with the characters is that all the characters are fucking goofy. And there's no, like, nothing straight in this film. So you've got Kamek, who's like a fucking... There's someone with like an old person voice, which people have been saying, oh, Kamek's great. Kamek's like... Kamek doesn't sound anything like this. Do a voice comparison.
Behold, the king of the Koopas!
But I think Bowser's way too goofy, and I don't think he's really going to be a threat. And then there's the whole shit with the penguins. Like, they're doing... It does a bunch of close-ups, they're doing an epic action thing, they're fighting Bowser, and then it's just like, oh, they're just throwing snowballs. And Mario comes in by landing on a fucking mushroom, like, face-palming. And all of this really makes the fact that Luigi's like a coward, it makes that stand out less, because there's no straight man. Because Mario is like, he should be the straight man. He's like, oh, that's what the original Super Mario movie did well. Is that Mario's the fucking ordinary one, and Luigi's he wants to go on the adventure. He's more willing to put up with the bullshit that happens in that film. And I don't think I saw a Blaze the Movie fan video, and he wasn't confident. He's not confident in this film because of the track record of video game films, and I think that is something to be wary of. Because normally video game films fail because there's no plot. You know, it's obviously like the disconnect between the medium of games and the medium of film. The differences really cripple that IP. But then there's the fact of the story. Because the Assassin's Creed film, I have not seen the Assassin's Creed film since it came out in cinemas. But I think that's a story that can work as a film, like the Animus and the Assassins and the Templar plot. But what will the plot of a Mario movie be? Because you have the star, and I was going to talk about this. You've got the star, and it's like, is Bowser? Does Mario need to get the star to save the Mushroom Kingdom? It's either going to be Mario saves the Mushroom Kingdom, or Mario's got to rescue Peach. And I don't see how that's interesting. There's a reason there's only ever been one Super Mario film. And even then, that no one likes that film. Like, I'd say that film's, like, pretty funny bad. I'd say it's worth watching. I'd say now, if any time, it's the best time to watch that film. But Mario's not a film premise. Maybe do Legend of Zelda, and if this succeeds, which fucking is going to succeed, there'll probably be a Super Mario Brothers movie too. Or it might make Nintendo interested in doing something like a Legend of Zelda movie. And I don't think a Legend of Zelda film would be a good idea because Link has to speak. And when Link speaks, you get, oh boy, I can't wait to bomb some Dodongos. You get CDI Zelda. You can't have a Zelda film be like Breath of the Wild where everyone else speaks but Link. Link can't not talk if he's your protagonist. It can't. That's not how it works. So what is the plot gonna be? Because you can say, "Oh, this movie is gonna be so fucking amazing," and that's what a lot of the comments are. Is, "Oh, it's gonna be so fucking great." Every voice actor nailed. Everyone. I think people just like instead of a power star, like the ones that make you invincible. That could be it. I don't know. I don't even think I really fucking care. Yeah, but you could say, "Oh, the voice actors did great." The animation looks fucking amazing. Like, that's your opinion, but you've got to think ahead. What is the plot of the film going to be? There's a reason there's so many Mario cartoons. Super Mario Show, there's the Super Mario World, and the Super Mario 3. It's because Mario works on an episodic format, and usually, like with the Super Mario Bros. Super Show, or really, I think all three of them, it's Mario, Luigi, Toad and Peach, and they go to, especially in the Super Show, it's like Bowser's always up to something, and the Mario Brothers have got to stop it, but you're in a 20-minute time frame, and that's also interrupted by the real life shit. Mario works as that. This is going to be like 2 to 2.5 hours. What is the plot going to be? What is going to happen? So I'm going to keep an open mind about this, because I think that's honestly the best thing I can do, but I'm not confident about it at all. Animation's good, but I'm not confident because I don't really care about the voice actors, and I don't know what the characters aren't well handled. They're just all wacky modern kids film characters. That's the thing is that, and this is going to tie into my last point. So voice actors don't care, but that's a me thing. The characters are being, I would say, mishandled. I'm not going to say that they didn't respect the lore about a fucking Mario movie, but I just don't think they're being represented quite the way that a lot of people it's not being well handled. I've probably explained this, so I can't be bothered. I'm not going to keep. I've already been going for 20 minutes about a 2-minute trailer, but also that I have no idea what is the plot of this film going to be. Will it be able to work for 2.5 hours? But I saw something on a comment that was like, the penguins, they've used the penguins, so this kind of, they look like the penguins from Mario 64, which clearly the two audiences for this film, I think they're kind of skipping over me, so like my people who are around my age, or people who are even younger. So people who grew up with Galaxy and Mario World. I think they're mainly going to be aiming for people who grew up with Sunshine and or 64, or young children. So they're going for people who are older than me and people who are younger than me. So I'm kind of caught in the middle in this Mario thing here. But it was like, so Mario 64, it looks like the penguins from Mario 64, and it said that, so you can kind of get the impression that the film is going under the assumption that the people watching it already are going to know about Mario, and that kind of was like, alright. They listed it as a criticism, and I think this is why I brought up Sonic, that it's like a criticism that in the first Sonic film it was just Sonic and Dr. Robotnik. But it's like, that's a good thing, because you don't go balls deep with the universe. Like, you can't have, especially Sonic, because that gets, like, completely crazy when you start adding in all the extra stuff. But you don't have in the first Sonic, you can't have in Sonic #1, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and then in the second one you've got fucking Silver. Because then where do you go for the sequel? You have to go to Silver, you have to go to Blaze, you have to go to Big the Cat, you have to go to Amy, you have to go to Cream, you have to go to all the other characters. So it looks like, but that means that Super Mario Bros. Movie, which is the film we're discussing in this video, has the potential to overuse like fan service, and that's because another comment. And I said this as watching it, and I was like, as I was watching it, and first time I was like, they're gonna do something where someone's gonna throw a penguin off a cliff, Because get it, that's what like. Do you remember Mario 64? And that's what I fear is going to happen. Was I going to talk about anything else? But yeah, I just think this should be a bit more reserved. But yeah, I don't want it to get too fan servicey because there's that point where you can really go into the do you remember Mario. I kind of feel like Mario's above that. Like Nintendo is almost. I know they're not actually above just like cash grabs and doing things for money. But you want to at least create the impression that they're better than that, and that's the real problem with this. So I think you can get caught in all the surface level stuff. You've really got to think about it, and that's why I'm not confident about the Super Mario Bros. Movie. No plot. What is the plot? The characters, they're wrong. The voice acting is not good enough to support it. The animation can't support it. You can't support it. Like it doesn't. If it's good, if the animation looks good, that's a fucking bonus. Because everything else needs to be good. But also there is the danger of it being too fan servicey. Like you can't just go in with Rosalina, Daisy. Mario's too expensive to have more than one. You can't put everything in it. It needs to be focused. It can't be overstuffed. But I think, like, maybe, because I think Sonic's probably a good film for children. I enjoy the Sonic film, but it's not the greatest film of all time. I don't even know if I'd call it a great film. It's like a good film. That's the problem with video game. Coming back to Blaze the Movie Fan, I think the video game film curse, the problem with that is that you could make something that, like, Sonic is good, but that doesn't mean it's the fucking greatest film ever. Like, it's good on term. Like, this is still the same film where Sonic does the fucking floss after destroying 2 Eggman robots. And that happened, like, 2 years after the floss was relevant. So we're working on that level, but the bar is set so low that nothing can fail. And if it's even alright, So, it's probably not going to be the best film ever made. And I don't even know if it'll be great. I don't even know if it'll be good. I'm not confident that it will be good, but I don't know that yet. So I'm not going to definitively put my Gallagher's stamp on it of it's shit. Don't have the highest hopes for this film. I'll probably talk about it if an actual trailer comes out, which probably will happen later on. I'd say like early next year, because it's coming out in April of next year. I think this will disappoint a lot of older Mario fans who are expecting to be like, oh fuck yeah, this is going to be a great Mario movie. I don't know why you think it'd be a great Mario movie, but whatever. But it'd probably be a good film for, kids. Which I guess that's all it really needs to be in the end. It needs to be a good film for kids, because otherwise it's a complete failure. But Nintendo, they've got that all. It's like it's for children, but it's got that all ages appeal. And I don't think this film is going to have that all ages appeal. Yeah, that's basically it. So there are all my points. I think my boiler's turned on, and I think I'm going to die. So I think that means it's time to wrap up the video. So yeah, let me know what you thought of the Mario movie in the description. Jack Black's not that good at Bowser. Hey, at least he was better than the one from Sunshine, am I right, guys? Is Bowser Jr. going to be in it? Is the Koopalings going to be in the film? Maybe. See you all in the next video, I guess. Goodbye. Woohoo! That's what this film's gonna be. It's gonna be the equivalent of